Jiggy cat on a damn feeling spree. This is not good, so and you can't mimic my energy. 100 rounds strong and be hanging like a centipede.
Hello everyone, this is Naga's Host Adventure. I hope you guys are having an awesome day for today. In today's video / tutorial, I'm going to be showcasing on how to spoof / sign into PlayStation Network on 4.85, which is the latest firmware as of today, and this is only for custom firmware only. I know you guys for Han and Hen may be wanting to know on how to do this, basically how to spoof to the latest version online. One thing I do want to state before I'm talking about Han and Hen is to check out my video I just posted not too long ago where I showcase some of the things that you need to know, and basically a news update for custom firmware, also Han and Hen. And it's basically not recommended to update your system onto 4.85 HFW just yet due to some things from the developers, and all of their tools and payloads hasn't been ported to 4.85. So that's why I wanted to state that before anything. I know there is a method to do it for Han and Hen, I just haven't got into doing my research on it before I wanted to showcase on my channel. But if I do have a video out to that as well, I will have that pinned in the comment section down below, so you guys can check that if you are Han and Hen users. But for today, I'm just going to be focused on custom firmware users. But with all that being stated out the way, please be sure to follow my latest social media so you know the latest hacking guides and tutorials on my channel. My goal is to try to update y'all guys every single day in terms of the scene, whether it be news or whether it be a new tutorial for its respective consoles. And the best way on how to know when I drop my latest content is by hitting that notification button, being subscribed to me, and also checking out my Twitter, because that's where I usually update my fans as well. If you do want to be in a mix of things and also want to join my official community, I recently made a Discord for you guys, and you could join via in the link in the description down below. Not only you could get support and help for your favorite consoles and for your homebrew, but you can meet new people from the hacking and modding scene and community, and you could also get useful guides for your favorite consoles and stuff like that. So I do recommend go ahead and join my official Discord, or if you just want to get in contact with me or have any suggestions for my YouTube, you could go ahead and join my Discord as well. If you did you want to support my channel in any shape or form, you can feel free to donate. Any of the money that I may receive will go straight back into my channel. It will help me buy things such as a better camera, a better microphone, more tools, so I could provide y'all guys with the best quality content and the best tutorials so you guys could watch. And I really would appreciate if I got any donations from anybody, but of course it's purely optional. But with all that getting stated out the way, we're just going to get started on the prerequisites for the PlayStation 3, and anything I state will be in the download description below, just like any of my other videos. So you need any PlayStation 3 system that is on custom firmware, not Han and Hen, but basically custom firmware, so a fully jailbroken PlayStation 3. So if you're on Rebug, Ferrox, IDA, I forgot what's the other, or ITA, excuse me, then you could do this. Most people are probably on Rebug or even Ferrox, but for that you need a fully custom firmware PS3. You also need a USB stick that is formatted to FAT32. As well, you'll need the latest version of SEN Enabler that's been updated not too long ago to 4.85, so it has basically 4.85 support and compatibility to the spoof online. As well, either you could transfer this file via with FileZilla FTP client, but what I'm going to do is just get this installed just with a USB cable, and or basically not a USB cable but a USB stick for this method. But that's essentially all you need for this video. As well, I just want to give a special thanks out to XX_evilnet_XX for basically making this program, SEN Enabler, and this allows us to get online. So shouts out to him, and credit goes for releasing this homebrew for this time of development. So shouts out to him. But with all that being stated out the way, we could go ahead and get started on today's video. So I'll meet you guys back on the PC. Alrighty guys, so as showcased here, I have SEN Enabler on my PC. So assuming that you did follow all the prerequisites and listen to what I stated in the intro, we could go ahead and get started on the normal installation. I'm just going to be using my USB stick for this. So what I'm going to do now is just open up File Explorer, go ahead and find my USB stick. So let me go ahead and find it. Here's mine's right here, and we need to go ahead and verify that my USB is on FAT32. So what I'm going to do now is just right click over it, go into properties, and if your thing states that it's the file system is on FAT32, you basically don't have to reformat your USB drive. But if your thing is on exFAT or NTFS, you're going to have to reformat it. I'm not going to do the full reformat steps just because I want to keep some items on here, but I'm going to be showcasing on how to do it and reformat your hard drive. So first things first, if you have any items that you want to protect or basically want to back up for this, because anytime you reformat your hard drive, all of your data on your USB drive will be wiped clean. That's why I recommend, if you do care about files, go ahead and back it up to your desktop or to another USB or something like that. Then you're fine for this. But since I want to keep these files, I'm not going to be doing all of that step. So what I'm going to do now is go into right click in over my USB drive, go into format. Make sure your capacity is the highest. This is just an old USB 2.0 USB drive. This is for 7.45, so 8 gigs. If it's NTFS or exFAT you're on, go ahead and hit FAT32. Allocation unit size, just do default. Volume label, it doesn't matter. That's what you just name your USB drive. I just named mine Sony, so I remember it's for the PS3. Make sure you hit quick format. Go ahead and hit start. And then once you hit this button OK, it's going to reformat all of your data. And then if you don't want to do that, just go ahead and back out. But if you on NTFS or exFAT, you have to do FAT32, since the PlayStation 3 can only read FAT32 file system drives. So once you hit OK, basically what will happen, a window will pop up on the screen saying formatting was complete, it was successful. All you got to do is X out of that. Then to verify that you're on FAT32, just do the same step as step 1. Go right click, go into properties, and if you're on your file system, it will state that you're on FAT32. So assuming that you're already on a FAT30 USB and you already have it formatted, if it was not, what we need to do is take SEN Enabler, the latest version, the 4.85 one. Don't use 4.84, make sure it's the latest version and get the one from my link in the description down below. All you got to do is extract the files. I'm using WinRAR, since it's a WAR file. If you don't have WinRAR already installed on your PC, I'll have a link to that as well. But this is a SEN Enabler for CEX right now. So here is the changelog if you really wanted to read. So added Spoof to 4.85, added support to Cobra. There's some stuff as well in terms of just the overall changelogs for stuff like that. If you want to read multi-man and stuff like that, there's also a readme txt on if you wanted to know on how to basically install SEN Enabler. But what we're going to do is just take the pkg file of this. It's good to read the changelogs and the readme for stuff like that if you want to learn more about this homebrew. But what we're going to do is take CEX-DEX 4.85 SEN Enabler, go into our USB drive, transfer it over. It won't take too long since it's only 5.59 megabytes. Now what we're going to do is close this out, open up our hidden icons, right click over our USB drive, and inject whatever USB you have on your PC. So I'm injecting mine that I just transferred over SEN Enabler. Now what we're going to do is go to our PlayStation 3s, plug in our USBs to whatever slot, and get SEN Enabler installed. So that's what I'm going to be showcasing here right now. Alrighty guys, so we're back onto the PlayStation 3 as shown here. What we need to do, if you already have a SEN Enabler already before previously installing this one and it's an older version, just go ahead and delete it. We don't want to mess up any of the files since it's trying to rewrite the new ones for 4.85. So once you have that, and if you never even had SEN Enabler before, then you're fine. What we need to do is go into Package Manager, make sure your USB is of course in your PlayStation 3, then go to the second option, which is Install Package Files, then Standard, and then scroll all the way down. Unless you don't have all these files or PKGs, just go ahead and install SEN Enabler just like any normal homebrew. Once you do that, what we could do is just run it as any normal homebrew program, and that's what I'm going to do here. And now once you successfully installed it on SEN Enabler, whether if you're on CEX and DEX, it will still work, so it doesn't matter. And as you see, the improvements or some of the changelogs, he basically stated, or EvilNat stated that it added Spoof for 4.85, added support for Cobra 4.85 CEX, and also it added some hash fix support for 4.85 CFW Cobra CEX as well. All we need to do now is go scroll all the way to SEN Enabler, or basically SEN or Sony Entertainment Network, and PSN options, and all we need to do is enable SEN access and just hit OK. And then basically we're going to need our PlayStation 3 to restart, so I do recommend restarting your PS3 after this. So if you're on 4.84 system firmware, it's going to state that I am on 4.85. So I'm just waiting for it to do its thing right now. It shouldn't take too much longer, but it does take maybe like 10 to 20 seconds. But it's worth it if you do want to sign in online. In this video, I'm not going to sign in online, only due to the fact that I just don't want to sign in online. And then as showcased here, you'll get the warning stating that if you don't reboot, your PS3 system will be unstable. Go ahead and reboot so your system thinks it's on 4.85. So that's what I'm going to do here. So go ahead and reboot your systems, and I'll meet you back once my system has done the same thing. Alrighty guys, so my PlayStation 3 successfully restarted. What I'm going to do is go into system settings, scroll all the way down. I am going to block out my MAC address, but if you go into system information, as you see here, basically I am on the latest firmware, which is 4.85. Well, I spoof. I am not on official 4.85 CEX Rebug since it hasn't released yet. But yep, that's essentially how you spoof online on a jailbroken custom firmware PS3. If there is something for Han and Hen, once I do more of my research on it, I'll post a video on that. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like, please be sure to leave a comment down below, and always subscribe for more daily modding content with me. With that being said, my name is Nagaso. I'm signing out. Hope you guys have a great day. Peace.
Of course, I love the llamas.
Nice and silky smooth.